And we're live. Hey everyone, it is Sunday, February 19th. The time is 7:31 p.m. and I was just watching Ken close out his live stream on at the Ken Continuum. And thanks, Ken, for giving a little shout out at the end of your stream. And I see a lot of people in the chat already. PGH, Brad Palmer, MJM, Clayton is here, Wesley, Dylan Reynolds, long time no see, Mr. Reynolds. Hope you're doing well in Pickering, Anna Kay, Sheena, Gertej, Jorge or George, sorry, I can never remember, Joseph, Linda Jane Jackson, Vivian Johnson, Jennifer Gala, Lisa Palmer, Whitby Dude, MJM again, Novell Koss. Yes, I heard about your show from the Ken channel. Well, I hope the Ken said good things. I saw his stream was divided into 2 parts. What's that all about? He tripped and fell down some steps or something like that. Everett C, welcome to the stream. I kind of tried to combine a few different words there. Welcome to the stream. Who's Josh Shivbolin? I'm not sure if you're aware, but Armed Transit announced on his Substack today that he's leaving Toronto. No, I was not aware, but we'll look into that. Thanks, Shivbolin. That's certainly sad news. Marge is here. Tom Bikes is here. And since I'm no longer sick, we can get back into the adult beverages. So what better way to start off a stream than taking a rather ordinary glass of orange juice and dumping some pretty fancy scotch inside the glass. I mean, who does this? I don't know. I'll tell you who does. I do. It's a full shot, I think, if not. Oh well, cheers and happy Sunday night to everyone. Decided to go with the OJ and scotch instead of the beer. Jenny Case is Lutch. Can't sleep says my mom is Scottish. Very little Scottish detected in that lady anymore. Mostly zero accent at all, but welcome to the stream. So busy weekend for me. Friday I went out and I scooted my little butt off and I got nice and cold. I made a scooter video, which will be coming up on the channel soon. We did our live stream. Saturday, I went out and I recorded Ice Fest. I'm not sure if I'm going to post that video tomorrow or Tuesday, but there will be a video coming up of the Bloor Yorkville Ice Fest. Then I went out and I live streamed after that over to High Park. Went to a bit of a house party. It was fun. Had some pie, few adult beverages, possibly an edible. That was fun. And then today I went out and I recorded 2 videos and here we are. So you are all caught up on my weekend. How the hell was your weekend? MJM says upload a video on the stream and we can... I don't think anyone really wants to see that. I've already uploaded 2 videos, the scooter ride and the other one for tomorrow. I haven't finished off the thumbnails though. Who's just says thought you would be just orange juice kind of night until you saw the scotch. Why is that bad? Why is adding scotch make it worse? I think it makes it better. You may have noticed on my channel, I changed my thumbnails a little bit. So there is an upcoming thumbnail for a video that I recorded. But on the top left here, we have JS. And I changed it to a circle with a little white outline around it. I just think it looks a little better. What do you guys like? Do you like the square, the circle? The reason for this is I got away. There's kind of been a trend towards getting away from putting text on thumbnails. And you might notice in YouTube when you hover your mouse over top, or a lot of times even when you just load up a YouTube page, the thumbnail sort of autoplays with the little premiere. So the actual thumbnail is getting less important, but it's still important, if that makes sense. So I just looked at kind of changing my branding. I know it's a small thing and it doesn't matter, but I just changed the square to a circle. I think it looks a little better. Clayton Crawford says, announcement, Johnny, this week in the Weather Network, we'll call for cold temperatures, including snow and icy rain. And I think Dylan Reynolds just said another ice storm might be on the way. Marge likes the circle. Chris Mills likes the circle. Good to see. We will cheers to the circle. What I don't want to tell you is how long it took to make that stupid circle and just to kind of center everything and get the contrast right. and then putting this little ring around it. Often you get kind of an aliased step effect. So I had to try a few different methods of doing that because anyways, long story short, we're going to stick with the circle. And two of our viewers, I think one of them is here. You didn't think you were getting away with this, did you, Brad Palmer? Has a channel with a lot of really neat videos on it. And is this a drone video I see? That is pretty awesome, Brad. So yeah, check out longtime channel member or longtime supporter of the channel, Brad Palmer. He is doing a pretty awesome job. You think I don't follow your channels? I do. But I have not seen this winter drone flying. I'm not going to play your full video just because I think people should go and watch it on your channel. You should get the credit for it, but this is really neat stuff. And that is a skill I do not have. I don't own a drone, but on a snow-covered road, Brad, good stuff. Check out Brad's channel. And another one of our longtime viewers, Yogi, is rocking a channel, and they have despite being located in the UK, Yogi has a Toronto background going on, which is kind of cool. And I just pulled this one up, foggy Valentine's Day sunrise. Unfortunately, I promised Yogi a sunrise video a long time ago. Also, Mike Landry, if you're there, I also promised you a walk through the bay a long time ago. So I've still got 2 long overdue videos that I will get around to making someday, but Yogi also has a channel, so feel free to show Yogi some love. Fans Buses Gaming did a 10-hour stream yesterday. Your streams have been doing good. Even your thumbnails are improving. Let's see what Fans Buses Gaming. While we're briefly dipping into YouTube land. Live. Nighttime stream for views. Live stream sleeping for views, not sleep stream. 10 hours? What are you doing for 10 hours on a stream? What are you doing? This is just you sleeping? All right, so you're actually doing stuff. That's cool. Well, congrats on that. Brad Palmer watches all of Yogi's vids. You can see Pippin. Clayton says, I wonder if Brad Palmer will attempt to fly a drone over the Atlantic Ocean to the UK. I don't think the batteries will last that long, Clayton. Maybe he could ask the Chinese government how to fly a balloon over there. Dylan Reynolds. Dylan keeping it up as well with plenty of live streams. Sunset for Wednesday, September 6th, 2023. Well, it is Family Day weekend. Oh, this one is scheduled for September. You have a stream scheduled for September 6th, 2023 in 198 days. Holy shit, Dylan. I have no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow when I wake up. And you've got this planned out. That is awesome stuff, Dylan. Dylan's been a long time viewer on the channel as well. Check his stuff out. And I think, are we all caught up? Harjot has a channel. I think it's just such a common name, it's going to be hard to find your channel, Harjot. But yeah, so I changed my thumbnails. We're all caught up. I think we're all caught up. Jennifer Gallus says, so nice to see other creators. Yeah, and this knucklehead was just streaming as well. I have a suspicion since he started in Yorkville that he also did Bloor Yorkville Ice Fest this weekend. That was yesterday and today only. Smitty says, do you need a certain amount of subscribers to live stream? No, but there is a cutoff for being able to do like 1080p through the YouTube app. I don't know what it is, but I don't use the YouTube app either way. Can't Sleep says, how is Ken only at 10K? That's a good question. How is Johnny Stumbles only at 6,710 people? I don't know. RM Transit Substack. Type your email. johnnystrides@gmail.com. That's not the actual email I normally use, by the way. I have to pay? None. Free. Okay, we'll do that. Continue without pain. Recommended. Spread the word. Goodbye, Toronto. This is news. North America's fastest changing city can get exhausting. Hey there, if you're reading this, there's a good chance you've subscribed to the Substack, for which I am very thankful. People directly supporting my writings, as well as the videos I've made over the past 5 years, are one of the main reasons I've been able to do what I love and shed light on public transit, which is one of the most important tools we have for affecting environmental, social affordability, and urban development changes. This is long. I don't know if I can just summarize or read this whole thing on the stream. However, the dark bits are becoming harder and harder to deal with. Rent in this city is high. Very true. And what's worse, the raw cost of rent is that you are likely not getting a very big place for your hard-earned money. That makes doing creative work hard, and good luck finding an affordable studio space. Can't say I'm ever leaving this one. It often feels that the city is dead set on making sure that if you do not feel welcome if you aren't in a car, even if you can live functionally basically anywhere in Toronto without one. I kind of have to disagree with that. I live very well in the city without a car. I rely on transit. I also use my bike a lot and my scooter, and it's a super walkable city. The fact of the issue is walking and cycling feels unsafe. Reese, have you been to other cities in North America, not including Montreal? Often, even in cities, the city's most friendly people, neighborhoods, and even just basic things like the way development is oriented often suggest a car is the way you should arrive. Now, of course, all of these things are getting better, but not fast enough. And if I get run down by a car, something which has nearly happened a few times, it's happened to me dozens of times on camera, no less. And it happened today again. So look forward to a new TikTok video or YouTube short of a car bowling through a busy pedestrian crossing. It's going to be very hard for me to write and make videos or be there for family. There's, of course, an interplay between this and YouTube as a job. YouTube can certainly be fun and fulfilling. Does he say where he's moving to? I'm going to give this a read outside of this live stream just because that's very long. But if you're wondering, RM Transit is an excellent content creator, one who I have collaborated with on a prior video. We walked along St. Clair Avenue. We went through St. Clair West Subway Station and then down Bathurst all the way to Bloor Street and over to Koreatown. And we finished up at Christie Station. But anyways, yeah, excellent content creator. And he has his reasons and he will be missed. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here in Toronto. And for all the doom and gloom, for all the negative you hear about the city lately, for all like the crime, the unstable people on the subway, us needing police on the subway, you know what? You go outside on a day like today, the auto show's going on, the weather is nice, the streets are packed with people, and there's like a vibrant big city energy just not many places in this continent has. And it makes you realize why you love this city. Like I did my first walk today, and then I had lunch, and then I was feeling energized. I had no plans on doing the second walk, but I was just like, let's make another video. I'm here. There's tons of people out. There's an awesome vibe in the city. Right? So yeah, I love Toronto. I'm not leaving. I'm sorry that Reese is leaving, and I hope he finds a better home for himself. I hope everyone does, obviously, when they're not happy where they are, but I'll have to read his article again and probably reach out to him. I was just talking to him a few days ago, and I had no idea this was coming, but maybe he didn't trust me. He thought I would leak it on a live stream. I have kind of a big mouth, so who knows? Once Upon a City says, we are better for having you in TO. It was nice to meet you the other day, Once Upon a City, yesterday, to be specific. JR, $4.99. Thank you, JR, for your support. Johnny Leaks. There could be a very different description of a channel called Johnny Leaks, but thank you very much, JR. A channel that a very different audience would watch, no less. Oh, I can't think of anyone who would actually watch that. But yeah. Oh, I forgot to turn my background music on for this live stream. You know what? I found out I can do audio through my webcam. Check this out. If I do this. How does this sound? It probably sounds a bit echoey, not as good. This is the audio through... I'm going to want to rewind and watch this part, but this is the audio through the iPhone. And now we are coming back. And this is the audio through the Shure MV7. Sheena says echoey. Chris Mills says hollow. Marge had a message deleted from Nightbot. Can't sleep says it sounds clear. Devin says worse, way worse, echoey, mix them. You know what I can do though? That's kind of neat. I can come in here and check this out. If I go to the camo audio. Okay, so we are back to the audio through the iPhone. But watch this. Activate. Uh-oh. I can also remove... Now, how does that sound? Does that sound way better? I've removed all the background noise and I've removed any echo in the room. So through the magic of software, I think we just made that a little better. But either way, I'm going to switch back to the superior microphone. Sheena says it still sounds echoey. Come on, Shure, come back. There we go. Anyways, it doesn't sound better. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it didn't kick in. Oh, I know what I had to do. I know why it didn't sound better. I had to choose... All right. Now it should sound better. Now the noise removal and the room echo removal should be in effect. Let's see. Yeah, this is the iPhone with noise removal and echo removal. If I turn those off, this is the iPhone with noise removal and echo removal. So I think it sounds way better with them on. Let's turn them back on. But it also should sound nowhere near as this microphone. So let's stop playing around with tech. Chris Mill says better, not great. Still doesn't sound as good, unfortunately, and you're out of sync now. Probably there's some processing going on there. So you can actually fix that. You can delay the video to match the audio, but let's not get into that. Is that why you're watching the stream? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what's going on in Toronto land. Toronto's most famous 24-hour restaurant and diner is closing. No, it is not. No, it is not. A truly iconic Toronto restaurant seems to be closing its doors after the account associated with the diner posted a cryptic message on social media. That is the Lakeview restaurant. I walked by it in my video the other day on Dundas Street West, right around Dundas and Ossington. That's where they filmed some scenes from the movie Cocktail and a lot of other movies. It is not closing. It's just being renovated. The owner of the Lakeview told BlogTO that the closure isn't permanent and it will reopen after a refresh. So don't worry, folks. It is not going anywhere. What else? Another Toronto area shopping mall will be completely engulfed by towers. That's like most of them. The video I posted today was on was at Fairview Mall, and that one is being surrounded by towers. I think this one, CF Markville. Yeah, so Markville Mall. Chris Mills had dinner at Fran's on Friday night. Still the same. Fran's on Shooter or Fran's on College Street? Here's what it's like taking the longest flight from Toronto Pearson Airport. Where would that be to? I've flown Toronto to Hong Kong. I'm trying to think, where would that be? Before I click the article. Does anyone know? The Philippines, maybe? 16 and a half hours in a cramped seat sounds brutal. However, there is a flight out of Toronto Pearson that is long, and for many it is worth it. The Philippine Airlines flight from Toronto to Manila is currently the longest flight from YYZ, clocking in at 13,232 kilometers. They rotate between the Boeing B-77 and the newer Airbus A350. Should I take that flight? Remember I got high about 3 weeks ago, or whenever that was, and I bought tickets to Montreal. That would be kind of neat, right? Taking the longest flight out of Pearson Airport. Let's see. I'm curious. How much is that going to cost? How much is that going to cost from Toronto to Manila? I've been to Manila once. Chris says the A350 is sweet, but what if I get the Boeing? What if I get the Boeing? If it's Boeing, I ain't going, right? Isn't that the saying? When would be a good time to go to? Let's just pick these dates. Return 19. Okay, let's see if it'll find this flight. Oh no, Johnny is going to book another trip this time, but because of hard liquor. Dylan says, Johnny Strides, have you guys ever played Bucket before? No, I have not. Johnny should learn to play the points game and take Emirates first class on the A380 to Dubai and do an onboard shower video. We found it. Philippine Airlines, 12:50 a.m. You land in Manila at 5:40 a.m. 16 hours and 50 minutes. Total cost $21.05. The flight back is 15 hours, 50 minutes. You leave at 4:10 Manila, which is kind of perfect. You would check out from your hotel. You know what? Eva Air can do it for $14.22, although the flight back looks like shit. Eva Air can do the whole thing for $19. You know what? I wouldn't go for that long. Does this flight exist? Should I go for like 3 days? How would that be? Let's just go back to the original. I want to see more. Should I buy this flight? Should we do it? Take the longest flight out of Pearson Airport? Where'd it go? Cathay Pacific will do it. What did I search? What did I search the first time? Johnny, perhaps you can search for a Philippines airline to a destination beyond Manila. That is true. You take this flight to Manila, and then I can return on that flight. And in the meantime, I could go somewhere else. Lisa says, longest flight sounds like hell, but like for you, why not? If it's not me, I don't care. I think I can handle long flight. How do I get that flight back up? Okay, let's just search direct. We know there's one departing on the 3rd, but when could we get one coming back? There it is. Okay. I am... Simple yes or no question. No smart answers. This is something I'm really going to look into here. Okay, so if you buy it on My Trip Budget Air, what are these? Cheapo Air? Orbits? I've heard of orbits. Let's look at orbits. Chris Mill says tempted. And then Jane Jackson says you should see how much hotels are. They're not much. I've been before. They are not much. Seat, no choice available. After booking, contact the airline. Am I doing this? This seems nuts. This seems absolutely nuts. I got to get more high or more drunk to do this. Return Toronto to Manila. What I would do if I actually do this is I would play around with the multi-city and work in something else on this. I wouldn't just go straight to Manila. Sorry to get sidetracked. I saw that article and I got kind of excited. Like, 16-hour flight. I'm stupid enough to do that. Come on, website. Hurry up. All right, we can come back to that. I've been lucky enough to experience this flight multiple times and in 3 different classes: business, premium, economy, and economy. Many people will ask, why would I take this brutally long trip so often? Simple answer, I'm Filipino and the majority of my family is back home in Philippines. You have an awesome, awesome reason for taking that flight so many times. I do not, but I am seriously going to look into this. I don't know what this is, 3.8K. I don't know what. I'm going away in March. Just tell me this exists. I don't know. This website sucks. Devin says, yes, you do. It's really good YouTube fodder. I can tell you right now, this would not be a profitable trip. There's no way I'm recouping my losses on this. But it would still be fun. And that's really the name of the game, right? Is having fun, not... Anyways. Why is this website so slow? Fix your stupid website. How much is premium economy going to cost on this flight? How much is premium economy going to cost? Night. We are unable to find a date. It looks like there is no premium economy. Anyways, I'm going to put that on the back burner. I think we spent enough time looking at that. Hi, guys. Are we buying plane tickets again while inebriated? Not really inebriated at all. I think that 3K is like Filipino peso, so I don't think that is in Canadian. But we will look into that. I will look into that. And I will, if I do that, because I'm really, really curious about taking the 16-hour flight. I think it would be cool. I think there would be a cool video there. That alone makes me excited, but I would look into doing a multi-city and then doing a hop to Vietnam or another country in the region, or even just like Palawan or Cebu or Boracay and doing something else in the Philippines. But I think that would be cool. Tech startup is finding success in the US after it was shunned by Toronto. What's that all about? Oh, remember this? I was just talking about this on my live stream at the Metro Toronto Convention Center. After being pretty much outright banned in Toronto, the tech startup that caused a stir here has now migrated to the US. People were bemused and sometimes upset by the little pink robots nicknamed Jeffrey, that roamed the streets delivering for the company Tiny Mile in Toronto, and the concept was soon stopped in its tracks here in Canada. These things were not autonomous. They were actually remote controlled. And I posted like a video of them just following one around, and I thought it was kind of neat. But they are finding success in the US. I think it's an awesome idea, actually. Cool. I'm getting some notifications. Toronto is getting a food and drink festival with pits and live music. John Tory releases emotional letter before stepping down as mayor of Toronto. You should have stepped down when you said you were stepping down. All right, I think that's all it. If you're looking for something to keep you warm this February, look no further than the Henderson Winter Warm-Up Beer and Cask Festival. Aye, okay. So our CEO and moderator extraordinaire, Vivian Johnson, sent a super chat to get some lights that I could clip on to like my backpack at night. And it's actually a really good idea, especially in the residential areas where there's virtually no lighting. And me being the genius that I am, I have a black coat. Both my coats are black. I have reflective strips on one of my backpacks, but not on both of my backpacks. Lights for person. I think they would be personal LED lights. So I'm just looking. I think the idea was just to get something you could clip onto your backpack or something when you're in like one of those dark areas, and it'll make you a bit more visible. I do have, my mom got me that winter hat with the light on it, but it's not always going to be winter hat season. Wearable LED light. That looks a little overkill. LED bracelet. Both coats black. Sounds like Johnny Hides. Hey, this doctor is all lit up. USB rechargeable LED bicycle light. LED safety light. Bracelet. I kind of like the idea of a light that just clips on. And this one has Velcro, light and bright. And look at that. If it's good enough for a dog, it's good enough for me. You could... Oh, I could clip one on the back of my bike helmet. That is neat. Or the ankle around the shoe, wrist. I really like it on the bike helmet, actually. Free clip-on strobe running lights for runners, dogs, bike walking. The best high visibility accessories for your reflective gear. Now, whenever you buy something like this, let's go see what they have to offer over here. Wearable LED light. All right, these are all like $1. These are all like $1. Give me one sec, folks. Turn off that. I don't want to accidentally overshare something. Make sure we're looking on the black screen. Place your order. Unfortunately, they don't have very speedy shipping on these things, but there we go. Thank you, Vivian. Ordered, arriving Monday, February 27th. Thank you, Vivian. I'm going to for sure clip one onto the back of my bike helmet, which is something I've been wanting to do anyways. So thanks for looking out. They are coming, as evidenced by the proof I have put on the screen here. I didn't just Photoshop this fake order summary up and then claim that they're never going to arrive. No, I actually ordered it. Jenny K says, can't you find something cheaper? Part of me is lazy. I'm good. We found it almost right away. I'm good, right? We can close that. We can close that. Do you plan to collab with RM Transit as soon as possible before he moves away from Toronto? I think that is a good idea, and I think I'll have to reach out to him and find out when he's moving. And hey, I just got a complimentary subscription to the RM Transit Substack. Awesome. Thank you, Reese Martin. I'm going to reach out to you and bug you about doing a video together. And no, I will not be wearing these bracelets, I guess. If you're wondering what that's all about, we were just reading an article earlier that RM Transit, our local transit expert and the biggest transit channel based in Toronto, he'll be leaving. Dylan Reynolds says, Johnny, my plan is eventually I will live stream scheduled out all the way to December 16th, 2023, and that my current Sunset playlist will have 365 days of videos in it. So you are live streaming every single day, Dylan. That's more than me. I live stream like 3-4 times a week. That is a lot. And it says, what is the poll all about? That's a good question. We were looking at a flight to the Philippines, a 16.5-hour flight that's going to cost about a little over $2,000. But it's the longest flight out of YYZ, Toronto Pearson Airport. And 81 people voted. 64% said yes. 36% said no. I think I'm going to have to go to the Philippines. How cool would that be? Just go there, make a few videos, come back, maybe go somewhere else. Tiffany says, I just got back from Thailand. How was that? Tiffany, I am very, very, very jealous of you. I was just in Thailand like a few months ago, it seems like, and I already am itching to go back. Novell Koss voted no. Anif says, you got Aeroplan points. I do. I got a beefy amount of Aeroplan points, but I don't think they'll work on Philippine Air. And I can always just use them on hotels and other stuff. But what day is it today? By this time next month, I will have already come back from my next vacation. This one is more of a vacation, less of I'm going there to film. So there'll be a few videos here and there, but it's going to be mostly just me getting drunk, relaxing. Chris James says, go somewhere else for that cost. Have you seen the cost of flights? It's there's not many good options for that amount of money. Robert O says, as a Filipino Canadian, you should definitely go to the Philippines. I've been once. I would like to go again. I think it would be cool. I don't think Manila is more than like a 1 or 2 day kind of city, though. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe that's because I've already been there, but there's a lot of beautiful places worth visiting there for sure. Tiffany says it was great. I actually had the self-discipline to not get duped into any elephant-related tourist traps. The big thing with the elephant stuff there is it an ethical, like, elephant? Because a lot of the elephant camps treat their elephants like shit, right? So there's a whole thing over that. Gordon Freeman, this stream is more relaxing due to tomorrow being a holiday. Thank you, Gordon Freeman. Tomorrow is Family Day, is it not? I don't have little ones, so I'll just be doing the usual things that I normally do. If anything, is anything going...
Stream is more relaxing due to Tom being holiday.
Are there any events going on Family Day? Look at this. Google is just... I should really be asking ChatGPT, right? 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 I'm just doing a little bit of cleanup. What is happening in Toronto tomorrow on Family Day? Let's find out. Everett C, $15 enjoying the stream. Thank you, Everett C, for your support. Awesome. Cheers to you. And Gordon as well, and the others who sent support. As an AI language model, I do not have real-time access to real-time information. Boo, Family Day is a stat holiday. There are usually a variety of events held throughout the city on Family Day, including outdoor and indoor activities such as ice skating, tobogganing, snowshoeing, and skiing in Toronto. Well, we do have a few little hills, I guess, as well as special events and activities hosted by community centers. This sounds like a bullshit answer. This sounds like something I would have given on like an exam in university. That sounds... Did you just make that up? We can ask ChatGPT stuff too. No, I did not make that up. The information I provided about Family Day in Toronto is based on my general knowledge. Is Pepsi better? Oh, let's test it. Is it safe to drink toilet water? Let's see what ChatGPT says. Drinking toilet water is not recommended as it is not considered safe for human consumption. Toilets are connected to a separate water supply than what is used for drinking and cooking, and the water in the toilet bowl is not treated to the same standards as drinking water. Can I eat a hot dog that was dipped into the toilet? We're really testing ChatGPT here. No, it is not safe to eat a hot dog that was dipped into a toilet, even if the hot dog was wrapped in plastic or another material. Toilets are not sanitary places. This is where my mind goes when I get to something like that. Can I eat a hot dog that was dipped into a brand new and never used toilet filled with pure distilled water? Ooh. The answer to this should be yes, right? It is still not recommended to eat a hot dog that is dipped into a toilet, even if it's a brand new and never used toilet filled with pure distilled water. While the water in the toilet bowl may be clean, the toilet itself is not a food safe surface. And this thing is genius, right? I thought for sure it wasn't going to get a good answer. Is the CN Tower taller than the Sky Tree in Tokyo? Maybe I can make the text bigger. No, the Sky Tree in Tokyo is taller than the CN Tower in Toronto. This is pretty good. Don't you think this is pretty good? Tell me a good route to walk in Toronto to record a walking video. Let's see. Do you think it can do it? Do you think it can do it? Will ChatGPT, let's just say downtown Toronto, will ChatGPT be able to suggest? Here is the thing. If this tells me a good walking route in downtown Toronto, I will do it tomorrow. You have my word. If this gives me a possible route to walk in the city that makes sense, I will go out tomorrow and I will make that video. It should last around 30 to 40. I don't want it to like tell me to like go on a 4-hour expedition, right? Tell me a good route to walk in downtown Toronto to record a walking video. It should last around 30 to 40 minutes. Let's find out. Holy shit. Sure, here is a walking route in downtown Toronto that you could take to record a video that lasts around 30 to 40 minutes. I'm going to let it spit out its answer, and then we're going to see if this is even possible. This sounds a lot like a walk I just did earlier today, by the way, just glancing at it, but we'll see. We're letting it do its thing here. Allie BH, she says, I can't even type that fast. All right, let's see. Start at the intersection of Queen Street West and Spadina Avenue. All right, pretty cool spot. I was actually recording in that intersection today. Walk west on Queen Street West towards Bathurst Street. All right, let's see if this is even possible here. Queen and Bathurst. Well, here's Queen and Spadina, right? So we are... All right, so it says... Get over here. We are starting here at Queen and Spadina, and it said to walk west to Queen and Bathurst. Okay. Walk west on Queen Street West towards Bathurst Street. Along the way, you'll pass by a number of trendy shops, restaurants, and bars, as well as the historic Graffiti Alley. I don't know if the word historic applies to Graffiti Alley. It's not that old at all. You could have said as well as Graffiti Alley. Turn left onto Bathurst Street and walk south towards King Street West. This street is also lined with a variety of shops and restaurants, as well as several street art murals. Bathurst Street, not that interesting along this stretch, but okay. So we are walking... Where's my map? Where's my map? We are now walking down to King Street. Okay. So far, ChatGPT is pretty good, right? Turn left. Okay, we did that one. Turn right on King Street West and walk towards Blue Jays Way. You'll pass by several notable landmarks, including the Princess of Wales Theatre and the Tiff Bell Lightbox. Okay, so if I am walking south and it told me to turn right onto King Street, I will be going this way. It needs to say turn left. So we have a very serious flaw in ChatGPT, right? It just said turn right onto King Street and walk west towards Blue Jays Way. If I turn right, I'm walking in the opposite direction, you idiot. You'll pass by several notable landmarks, including the Princess of Wales Theatre and the Tiff Bell Lightbox. Okay, so we're going to... Yeah, Devin, why doesn't it just use cardinal directions? North, south, east, west. Life would be better. I think what's happening is... Here's my theory behind ChatGPT. I think I'm smarter than ChatGPT. I think it is looking at the map and it is seeing like everything in this direction is right. So it is saying go right from this point of view, but it's not saying from your point of view. But okay, so we are going all the way to about here, right? Blue Jays Way. Or where's that John Street? Did I go too far? Ah, shit, I went too far. We're going here. Okay, but so far ChatGPT has screwed up. Turn left on Blue Jays Way and walk south If I turn left, I'm walking north, you idiot. Turn left on Blue Jays Way and walk south. No, turn right on Blue Jays Way and walk south towards Front Street West. This street is home to the Rogers Center where the Toronto Blue Jays play their home games. You mean Skydome. This thing is not that smart. Okay, so we're going to not turn left. If I turn left, I'm going way up here. So we're going to turn right and walk down to Front Street West. And here's the Skydome. So you're right, even though you called it by the wrong name. Turn left on Front Street. Holy shit, it got this one right. And walk east towards Simcoe Street. Along the way, you'll see the CN Tower and the iconic Flatiron Building. What are you smoking? So it is telling me to turn left and go to John Street. And along the way, we will see the CN Tower, which is true. But the Flatiron Building is over here. Here's the Flatiron Building. See the Flatiron Building way over here? See that? I am not going to see that over here. How? It is physically impossible to see the Flatiron Building from where you are telling me I will see the Flatiron Building, but okay. Turn right on Simcoe Street and walk south towards Queen Street West. What? Turn right onto Simcoe Street and walk south. Turn right onto Simcoe Street. So Simcoe Street is like right over here. And it is telling me to walk south towards, so it got that part right. Turn right, you were going south. But it is telling me to walk south towards Queen Street. Guess which direction Queen Street is? Queen Street is north. Turn right onto Simcoe Street and walk south towards Queen Street West. This street is home to the historic St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church and the Second City Comedy Club. Second City Comedy Club used to be on Mercer Street. It temporarily relocated to Danforth Avenue, and now it is at 1 York Street. It is not and never was on Simcoe Street. This thing is an idiot. It's telling... Okay. Right now, it is telling me to turn right onto Simcoe Street, but it really means turn left, because the next instructions are turn left onto Queen Street and walk west towards Spadina Avenue. This is the final stretch of the walk, and you'll pass by several more trendy shops, restaurants, and bars before arriving back at the starting point. Okay, so now we are going to... We're not going to go south here. We're going to go north. So we're going to ignore it. Go back up to Queen, and that's going to take us back to here. And you know what? Lisa says east, not west. It doesn't say west. Turn left on Queen Street West and walk east. Yeah, if I'm turning left on Queen Street West, I'm walking west. I'm not walking east. What the hell is that? Turn left on... You mean turn left on Queen Street West and walk west towards Spadina Avenue. All things considered, this here is a pretty okay walk. That's about 30 to 40 minutes. I think it nailed that. It told me we were going to be seeing the Flatiron Building, which we absolutely were not going to be seeing the Flatiron Building. And it told me to go the wrong way like 3 or 4 times. But it actually did a pretty good walk, right? Like a really interesting section of Queen Street between Spadina and Bathurst. South on Bathurst to King, not that great. But then you go through a pretty cool part of King West. South on Blue Jays Way to Front Street, over to Simcoe. Why are you telling me to go up Simcoe, though? Why wouldn't you tell me University? That part is a little off. Like, Simcoe, not the most interesting street here. Just push me a little bit more over to University. And then up to Queen, and then along Queen for a pretty cool stretch. I don't know. I am going to give that like a 1 out of 10 because if you weren't familiar with Toronto, there's no cover your ears, children, fucking way you could do that walk. That walk makes no sense. Thank you, but your walk has many errors in it and would be impossible. Let's see what it says. I apologize for any errors in my previous response. As an AI language model, I try my best to provide accurate information, but sometimes mistakes can happen. Can you please clarify which part of my response was incorrect, and I can try to provide a more accurate walking route for you? Walk west on Queen Street West. Turn left on Bathurst Street and walk south towards King. Step 3 was incorrect. Was it? No, step 4. You told me to... Step 4 was incorrect. You told me to walk west on King Street when I need to walk east. Let's see how it handles this. I apologize for this error in my previous response. You are correct. To follow the route I described, you should turn right on King Street. And now it is updating the route. Turn left on Bathurst and walk... No, you idiot! Turn left on Bathurst and walk north towards King Street West. Up here it says turn left on Bathurst and walk south towards King Street West. Why did you change step 3? Why did you change that? Why did you change step 3? You are now telling me to go north, which is wrong. I need to go south. What was the point in changing that? I did not tell you that was wrong. Let's see how it responds. I apologize for the confusion. You are correct. To follow the route described, you should turn left onto Bathurst Street and walk south. Can't sleep says... No! Turn right. No, you are now telling me to turn right on King Street West and walk east. I want to turn left on King Street West. I just can't. You are so wrong. I apologize for any confusion. Yes, please provide a new walking route. One that does not have any errors or mistakes. I request that this one is perfect. Please and thank you. Your pal, Johnny. Let's see. Jenny K says again, don't piss off the AI. Vivian says Johnny is going to start pulling his hair out any minute now. Lisa says errors and mistakes are the same thing. All right. We've got a new walk coming up, and I asked it to not make any mistakes here. Let's see if this one is possible. Why are we doing this? Why did I get involved? This also says I'll pass by the historic Alexandra Park. What? What is historic? Why is everything historic to ChatGPT? Okay, let's just see if this one makes sense. Start at the intersection of Yonge Street and Dundas Street. All right. Walk west on Dundas Street towards University Avenue. I have done that in many walking videos so far. This one is excellent. That's an awesome stretch of Dundas, by the way. Along the way, you'll pass by Young Dundas Square. Along the way, I'm actually starting at Young Dundas Square, a major public square and entertainment district in downtown Toronto. Public square, yes. Entertainment. I'll give you a pass. Turn left on University Avenue and walk south towards Queen Street West. This street is home to several major landmarks, including the Four Seasons Center for the Performing Arts and the Osgoode Hall Law School. Holy shit. So far, so good. Wait a minute. Okay, turn right on Queen Street West and walk west towards Spadina Avenue. This street is known for its trendy shops, restaurants, and bars, and you'll pass by several notable landmarks, including the historic Queen Street Bridge and the Graffiti Alley. No. Okay. Graffiti Alley is west of Spadina. So no, I will not walk past. And Queen Street, what the hell? You mean the Queen Street Viaduct? The one that goes over the Don Valley Parkway and the Don River on the east end of town? That is historic, but it's not called the Queen Street Bridge. It's called the Queen Street Viaduct. There's even a plaque on it. And that is nowhere near where I am going. What the hell is this? Chris Mill says, do all this while wearing your VR goggles. Okay, let's ignore the bit about the historic Queen Street Bridge because the actual direction is okay. All right, Sanjib, have a good day. Turn left on Spadina Avenue and walk south towards King Street West. This street is home to several cultural institutions, including the Art Gallery of Ontario and the OCAD University. What? Turn left on Spadina and walk south towards King Street West. The Art Gallery of Ontario is on Spadina? OCAD University is on Spadina? That is on McCall. Why are you... This is ridiculous. This, like, at least it's right directionally. Whippy Dude says, isn't the Ago on College? No, it's on Dundas West. You could also say McCall or Beverly Street. I would accept all three of those as answers. I would not accept Spadina Avenue as an answer. And OCAD University is on McCall Street. Turn right onto King Street West and walk west towards Bathurst Street. Along the way, you'll pass by several notable landmarks, including the historic Wheat Sheaf Tavern. I won't... Yeah, that'll be right there. I will hit that. And it actually is historic, so that's not terrible. And the Princess of Wales Theatre. I will not be going by the Princess of Wales Theatre. That is in the other direction. YVR says, this feels like the answers you would get when calling an offshore call center for a major company. What I want to know is, like, why is it peppering in false information and lies into my request for, like, I don't need all this extra information. But it's giving it to me, and it's wrong. Okay, anyways, so we're going to turn left on Bathurst Street and walk south towards Queen Street West. How the fuck can I walk south towards Queen Street West when Queen Street West is north of Bathurst and King, where I am? You tell me, how am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to walk south towards Queen Street West? The street is lined with several trendy shops and restaurants, and you'll also pass by the historic Alexandra Park. Okay, there is nothing historic about Alexandra Park. No offense, Susie, I know you live there. Also, I will not be passing Alexandra Park. Turn right on Queen Street West and walk back to the starting point at Yonge Street and Dundas Street. Okay. So I'm turning right on Queen Street West And this is going to take me to Yonge and Dundas somehow. You're leaving out a step there, right? You're forgetting to tell me something. I need to turn north at Yonge Street to get back to Yonge and Dundas. Yeah, Lisa says, except you're... That makes my head hurt. You don't know anything about Toronto. I'm sorry. Please get a clue. I apologize for any frustration my previous responses may have caused. Do you think you're smarter than Alexa? Let's see. As an AI language model, I am not capable of thinking. Why do you make so many mistakes? How do I say washroom in French? Let's give it an easy one. The word for washroom in French is toilettes or salle de bain. Should toilet paper go over or under the roll? Should toilet paper come over top of the roll or go underneath it? The direction of toilet paper is mostly a matter of personal preference and does not have any significant impact on its functionality. However, the most common and traditional way to hang toilet paper is with the loose end of the roll hanging over the top. This orientation is generally considered more convenient and easier to use, but ultimately it's up to personal preference and what works best for you. Do you have to wash your feet in the shower, or will standing in all the shampoo and soap be good enough? While standing in the shampoo and soap in the shower may clean your feet to a certain extent, it is still recommended to wash your feet with soap and to ensure proper hygiene. All right. Is it okay to pee in the public swimming pool? We all do it, in quotation marks. No, it is not okay to pee in a public swimming pool, even though many people may do it. Urine can mix with chlorine and other chemicals in the water to form harmful byproducts such as chloramines. Okay. We have found ChatGPT's weakness. It is directions, right? Is Johnny Strides a good YouTube channel? As an AI language model, I cannot provide personal opinions on specific YouTube channels. However, you can check out the reviews and ratings of Johnny Strides' YouTube channel to see what others think about the content they produce. What is the best YouTube walking video channel? There are many great YouTube channels that offer walking videos, and the best one will depend on you. Here are a few popular options. Walk at Home by Leslie. This channel offers a variety of walking videos for different fitness levels. The City Walk, urban walking tours. Walking with Giants. This channel features walking videos in beautiful natural settings. NYC Walking Show. This channel offers walking tours of New York City. The NYC Walking Show made it. How do you pronounce Grosvenor Street in Toronto? In Toronto, the street named Grosvenor is pronounced Grosvenor with the emphasis on the first syllable. Despite the very clear evidence that it's Grosvenor, Grawvner. How do you pronounce Roncesvalles Avenue in Toronto? There's a good one. Yes, Roncesvalles an avenue is pronounced Ronsavuls in Toronto with the emphasis on the second syllable. They put the S in there. A lot of people in Roncy not going to like that. Is it the beaches or the beach? In Toronto, the neighborhood located along the shores of Lake Ontario is known as the Beaches, plural. And it comprises of several distinct beaches, where the most plural form, the beaches, is a subject of some debate and controversy, with some residences and local groups preferring to use the singular form, the beach, instead. However, officially, it is referred to as the beaches. How do you pronounce Spadina Road in Toronto? Let's see. Is it going to get it? In Toronto, Spadina Road is pronounced Spadina with the emphasis. No, it's Spadina. Spadina Avenue, Spadina Road. Anyways, I'm a little ChatGPT'd out. We can go to dark mode. Oh, that's so much better. Why didn't I just do dark mode? Anyways, yeah, having fun with ChatGPT. I am out of OJ and drink. Let's if I type Toronto walking video, it gives me all Johnny Strides and an action kid. All right. I'm going to play this video while I go top up my drink. I'll be back in a second.
What's up, everyone? I'm going to give you a tour of downtown Toronto today. Toronto is the largest city in Canada, located in the province of Ontario. This video was recorded on Saturday, October 1st, 2022. It's 6:30 p.m. and it's 63 Fahrenheit, 17 degrees Celsius. Here we're starting off in the well-known Yonge and Dundas Square. This is the center of a lot of entertainment, retail, and it's often referred to as the Times Square of Canada. You can see all around us, there's these flashing billboards, and right now they're preparing for an art festival called Louis Blanc, which is only happening tonight on October 1st. But Toronto is a name which refers to a channel of water through which Lake Simcoe discharges into Lake Cochise. But previously, Toronto was land that was occupied by the Mississauga Native Americans. The British actually bought it from them in a land purchase and named the area York. And York was eventually renamed to Toronto. Toronto is the fourth largest city in North America. The fourth most populous city in North America, I should say. And the greater Toronto.
I just had a drop of whiskey shoot straight into my eyeball when I put the cap back on that. Oh, that stings. That stings. Lisa says no ice. No, my ice has probably been in the freezer for a very, very long time. In other words, I need to take it out and clean the ice tray. Holy shit, that stinks. So thanks, Action Kid. Whew. So what do I have for videos in the shoot? I have this one coming up.
Kids of Degrassi Street was based on. They actually filmed.
This is a freezing cold scooter ride. Since you're watching, I'll give you a little sneak peek.
These are numbered.
I think this officer might have recognized me because he was like kind of smiling the whole time. And then right when I went by, he did the little smile and nod. And I looked back and I returned it. I think we need to see more of this. Less police and cars, more police out in the community, you know. More like they're one of us and less like one of them, I think. And props to these guys. This was like minus 7 degrees, and it felt like minus 20 with the wind. And these guys are out there like working. Like I was out there freezing my ass off for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then I went home and took a really hot shower. But yeah, that was the ride. Chris Mill says they have nice bikes. I bet we as a city paid way too much for those bikes. There's no way that we didn't overpay to high hell for those bikes. So there's one video I have. Another video is this one coming up. So yeah, we have Ice Fest coming up. I have a feeling Ken just did Ice Fest. Oh, I had a really good thumbnail moment I didn't want to forget about. There was a funny moment where a guy posed in one of these. I just want to see, should this be my thumbnail? This might be tomorrow's video, by the way. You're already getting kind of a... Yeah, I thought this was funny. Maybe it doesn't... I remembered that moment being better than it was. But yeah, I'll have to scrub through that and find one. And then today I did... I did a walk around the east side. So this is coming up. And then after this one, I can't get enough of just walking west along this stretch of Frontier. I started at Underpass Park and I went west all the way to Union. I went around like the old foundry. I think this is like easily Front Street East walking west, specifically at sunset, is one of the best like routes you could take in Toronto. Jennifer Gallus says, are you going to the winter stations on Woodbine Bridge? I will be. I'm hoping to do a live stream from there. I've changed internet providers since I last had a failed live stream in that area. But at the very least, I will go there and make a winter stations video. I was advised by Lisa not to go until it officially opens. And then after that, I made this video today after lunch. Oh, I ran into a guy. That's... Here we go. Check this out. This guy was like, Johnny!
Mind being on video? How's it going?
Not too bad. How are you? Hey,
Good.
can I get like a video with you or something?
Sure.
Hey, I'm here with Johnny Stripes. What's going on? Hey, man, it's good to see you. Where are you walking to?
I'm just going up to Queen and over to Osgood.
Queen and Osgood? Nice, man.
We're going every day.
Hey, me and my friend watch you all the time. Just
Awesome.
We like to sit there and just awesome, man.
Cool. Would I know your name in the comments? Or?
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know if I signed in each time.
Now pay attention to the intersection here. Let's watch the lights.
All right. Cool. Well, nice to meet you. Cheers.
Hey, cheers. Have a good day, John.
Yeah, ride safe.
There he goes. Watch this. Okay. We have a green light, a walk sign, and I think what we could all agree is an ass load of people waiting to cross the street. What do you think happens here? What do you think happens next when I press play? Do you think all the people just cross the street with their walk sign and green light as we should be able to? Is that what happens? Is that what we think happens? Or do you think that I have a moment I can turn into a TikTok video? Well, of course. Of course. Yeah, so coming soon to a TikTok. You know what's hilarious? I went to like this house party last night, and somebody there said, "My dad sent me your video on TikTok and asked me if I knew you." Like that first TikTok video I posted had like 2 million views. It's kind of nuts. Double amp says so shocked. It's a burner car. The door handles don't even match. That is true. The door handles do not match. That looks like a Dodge to me. I don't know. Anyways, how fucking ridiculous is that? That someone decided to turn. Oh, anyways. We're going to close out of that. Jenny Case's TikTok. Yeah, I'll probably put that one up on the channel tomorrow. Bash Brannigan says, your TikTok vids give the impression Toronto has terrible drivers. I'm thinking of doing a compilation of like, I don't want to be overly negative, but apparently in the world of TikTok, that's what sells. And yes, Toronto does have terrible drivers, but I'm also going to do like other people being stupid and inconsiderate too. It's not just going to be drivers. It's just that when someone is inconsiderate driving, they can kill somebody, right? When somebody is inconsiderate walking on the sidewalk, they might like brush your shoulder. Like there's a world of difference. No driver in Toronto has ever lost their life because of a pedestrian or a cyclist while they were driving. Yet the opposite has happened thousands of times. So it's exponentially not the same to say, well, cyclists are assholes too. It's like they're not killing anyone, right? If anything, they're putting themselves in harm's way. So it's not one and the same at all. So that is kind of the reason for the singling out drivers in particular. But yeah, like you'll see people riding their bikes on the sidewalk on TikTok and some other stuff as well coming up. It's not just drivers being singled out. Anyways, Chris Mills says TikTok is a security nightmare. Navelcos says good thing Reese decided to escape. Mark says don't drive in Fort Lauderdale. People don't use their car turn signals. They just turn into traffic. I think that is everywhere, actually. I don't think anywhere people use their turn signals regularly. Unique Design says, Johnny Stumbles, if you have a TikTok account, will you create videos of yourself doing TikTok dances or trends? No. Let me answer that question again. No. 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 Sometimes I open up that app and I start scrolling it, and then I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Like, it can be super entertaining. Like, SR Gott's one of our viewers. Her stuff is actually like pretty cool because it's like personalized to her experience and her reaction to little things that happen, right? There's thought and effort. She's just not jumping on a trend and trying to like, that's the kind of video I like. Something that is unique to that creator, not just like, watch me twerk upside down doing the latest trend or whatever. I think that is incredibly lame. Other people are free to do it. It just makes me cringe. I say that as I get a notification from TikTok from someone asking me to watch their live. The Goopy Life. Hey, Johnny, how are you, brother? I am good. What's going on in your channel? We haven't... Can I get back into YouTube? Am I still logged in there? I'm on my... This web browser is like nothing gets saved or anything. You're up to 423 subscribers. Well, let's make that 424. Love your wallpaper. That is cool. Silhouette. It's kind of cool how City Place like balances out the skyline from the southern perspective. Toronto Pearson luggage disaster. You got 853 views. Wow. Winter Drive, Snowstorm, Toronto. An hour and 6 minutes. Hey, good camera perspective. This rain looks like a bug. I think I muted it, right? There's two lorries ahead of us. We can tell where you're from, eh? Lorries. I love British lingo. Oh man, how frustrating is it to drive in shit like this? Props to you for sticking it through and obviously arriving safely. You caught COVID again. Again. Since we're here, by the way, check out that channel. Let's see what new Toronto walking videos dropped today. This is our chance to see some new YouTubers at it. I'm back. Tokyo Station to Akihabara Sunday Live. My first... I typed Toronto walking video. Why is that coming up? My video came up. Toronto Nightlife, Bloor Yorkville Ice Fest 2023 ice sculpture. I'm not sure if I would call that nightlife. Downtown to Airport Toronto Walk past the well on Wellington Street. So the Ken Continuum came up, and the Ken Continuum came up again. Ambience Walk 4K. What's up with these gray things on the side? Oh, it's 1:09. You got to do under a minute if you want it to be a YouTube short. Toronto to Ottawa via rail. That's a cool looking video. How to drive in Toronto Highways 400 series for the first time. February webcam walk. What is a webcam walk? Gordon Freeman loves vertical videos. I absolutely hate vertical videos with a passion. I'm only doing it. Whoa. 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 What the hell? That was like getting punched in the face. February webcam walk.
Dushanbe is the largest sunny city in Tajikistan. Its magnificent capital.
Why is YouTube giving me this as a result when I typed Toronto walking video? Come on. Toronto walk. Filters. Today. Give me Toronto walks. 32 thoughts why the Maple Leafs traded for Ryan O'Reilly. That isn't... We got this other... YouTube. Why... Take control of this. Why is Jordan Peterson showing up at a Toronto walk request? WWE elimination. How bad is YouTube search engine if this is what it's giving me? The Ken Continuum showed up. Sunny day walk in Toronto. Urban. Where is that? Where is that? This quality is bad. 720p. Where are we? Where are we? I want to say Rosedale. Lots of crackling going on. Lots of wind. Lots of just standing here in one spot, spinning around at wherever this is. Join us as we take a slow walk from the Summer Hill to Moorvale Park in mid-space town Toronto on a peaceful weekend day. It is winter, just below freezing temperatures, but a beautiful sunny day. From the... So, yeah, this is pretty much Rosedale, Summer Hill. We are... I think just northeast of Summerhill Station. This definitely has vibes of that neighborhood. But did you film this with a potato? I think you did. 720p. Anyways. I'm going to like it. Thanks, Urban Reality. Toronto bathing in snowstorm. That video is 25. Wow. That is awesome. That is good footage for sure. Gordon Freeman says 720p used to be considered HD. You know, 720p is HD. 1080p is full HD. 4K is ultra HD. And then 8K is double that. But the problem is 720p looks fantastic. Like if you look at 720p on like a modern OLED TV and it is high bit rate, it looks really good. That's why it's HD. YouTube 720p looks like the dog's breakfast. They just compress the ever-living F out of it, and they do not make 720p look good on YouTube. Proper 720p looks really good. Don't kid yourself. It looks good. But on YouTube, it doesn't. Here's a cool... I'm going to subscribe. I'm going to check out more of this channel. I like it. Showcasing more of the city. Toronto Ice Festival 2023 walk. Oh, this video was posted 8 hours ago and it has no views. Oh. North Road. I'll give you a like. Do you have any other videos? Driving. Ooh. Driving. I'll subscribe. I'll subscribe. Anyways. These people are probably hyped. You are subscribing. I just like other people making content that is Toronto related. Like it's good for everybody. It's kind of like the rising tide lifts all boats. It's true. The more stuff there is about there for the city, the better for everyone. I think it's cool. Also, the more people doing stuff like this, the more sort of pencils being sharpened, stuff's getting better. I don't know. I think it's good. Novell Cost as well got 5 views just between the time it showed up in the search and when it clicked on. Sometimes that count is flaky though. Sometimes that count is flaky. Lisa says I make content, but it's of the still variety. Lisa, don't kid yourself. You are a closet trending TikToker. You have that. You probably have a video of you on a boat paddling somewhere with some sappy music playing saying, "This is me going back to where I came from, even though I was born here." Something like one of those TikTok memes that everyone does, which are actually kind of funny and enjoyable. But anyways, I've still got a little bit of work to do for tomorrow. I'm going to finish this OJ and vodka. I'm going to hit some really heavy edibles. Sadly, I will not be doing those ChatGPT walks tomorrow because those ChatGPT walks are impossible. And the second one it suggested was actually like very similar to a walk I did today. Very similar. I'll just say that. So I will go back. Maybe I'll keep trying until it tells me something that is possible or good. And maybe I'll do that. But we have come to the end of the line. I want to thank everyone for their support. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Go over to the other channel, like that as well. Johnny Strides. Thanks to the Ken Continuum for handing things off at the end of his stream. Mike T says ChatGPT is really fun. I'm enjoying messing with it. I imagine there'll be more ChatGPT in the future. Marge says, are you streaming tomorrow? Does the bear shit in the woods? I don't know. Does it? Maybe. Am I streaming tomorrow? Maybe. We'll find out. But thanks for your support. Thanks, Marie Palmer. Thanks, Brad Palmer. Check his channel out. Check Yogi's channel out as well. Embedded SRAM. I might go play a game of Rocket League before I go to work. But thanks, everyone. Maybe I streamed Thursday, Friday, Saturday, now Sunday. If I stream tomorrow, that'll be 5 days in a row. It's been a while since I've done that. Anyways, my finger is literally hovering over the red button. Like literally. I end the stream by clicking that red button in the middle of my laptop. So it is time. Have a good night, and I will catch you in the next one. Doink. We're going to go with doink. Doink.